Okay, here's a short video on Imperativsetning. Imperativsetning are command sentences, and they're used for manuals, signs, recipes, directions. People orally use them to make a request or tell people what to do. They are everywhere, especially in advertising. Shop, spar, fortsätt, those are all shortened forms of the verb. It's short when it's imperative, like that. Anybody with kids uses imperative verb setning all the time. Anyhow, they are very different from other sentences because of the verb. And here's a little list of what makes them different. They use an imperative form of the verb, which I just mentioned. The subject is often missing, so sometimes they seem very short, like vent lit, wait a little. Vent is the imperative form of the verb o vente. So if you go to take a Norse course or a Norwegian language course, you're going to be given many verbs like this, stacks of them to memorize. All teachers love when you do that, and it is something. It's part of the whole process, and you go through Obruka, Bruka, Brukta, Harbruk, Bruk, and over again. So you're supposed to remember them. The ones I got in my course didn't have the imperative form. I put this together so that you could see how short they are, and a lot of times, most of the time, they're missing the E. That's how you can, recognize them. And if they have two M's like this, they'll be shortened down to one. But it's not 100%. It never is, of course. Anyway, you get the idea. These verbs are chopped down. They're like right down to what they call the stem of the verb. And so, you won't be confused by them. When you see these sentences in ads and everything, don't use the verb in this form in any other type of sentence other than an imperative sentence, because it doesn't sound right and people will correct you, which is cool, but they never stop to explain what imperative is or anything like that, because that would be really weird. Okay, here's a couple sentences, some examples. Du må ta en utsving. Dans for us. Gå hjem. Okay, and I just made a little note over here. If it's a really short infinitive verb to start with, it stays in that form because there's nothing else to take away. Anyhow, here's another three. Short for 60. Ikke grot. See, they can be very short, and they just a couple words. That's it. And or they can be very long and take the form of a normal helsetning sentence. But the key is to look for these verbs. And that's a great way to be aware of how verbs are used differently. They're much easier to remember when you do it like that, rather than just remembering them by rote memorization. Yeah, bruk good tid when you're doing this stuff, because they say it takes about 4 years to speak fluently and get all the verbs in the correct forms they should be. So anyhow, here's some references you can use, and I found a lot of useful information on these sites. There are many other sites, but these are especially helpful for sentence structure. And till next time, ha det bra.